So you wanna play Top Wednesday? Boy, you should know what you're picking for. Baby, do you dare to do this? Cause I'm coming at you like a book force.
Hey everyone, it's Wednesday, so by now it should be no surprise that today I will be doing another Top 5 Wednesday video. This week's topic is going to be a really fun topic, guys. It's really cool. And that is going to be Top 5 Literary Siblings. Now, after coming up with my list, I realized that I might have understood it wrong because I just picked the individual sibling, whereas other people may have done like the sibling relationship. So I don't know if I got that right or wrong, but just a warning that, yeah, these are only going to be the siblings. They're not going to be the main characters. I'm just really excited about the picks I came up with. I really love this topic and I can't wait to share my choices with all of you. So let's just go straight to number 5. Number 5 is going to be Sebastian Morgenstein from the Mortal Instruments series. And interestingly enough, he is not actually in City of Bones, but this is the only book I have in the series. So I had the option of either holding up air or going for this book, and I chose to go for this book just so I had something in my hand. Now, I know a lot of people hate Sebastian, and they have good reason to hate Sebastian. He has a crush on his sister, is just a giant D-bag, killed a little boy, and is basically just all around not a nice dude. I absolutely love his character. And I don't mean I love him. I don't know. I'm not condoning anything that he does at all. But I think that he is a really, really great villain. I love what Cassandra Clare has done with making Clary's brother, her own brother, her mortal enemy. Or immortal. I'm not really sure how that works since he died and came back. But anyway, that's why I chose Jonathan, Sebastian, whatever you want to call him, because I really like his characterization, and as a sibling goes, he is technically a sibling. He's one of my favorite siblings to read just because he is so evil. And oh my gosh, I'm so nervous to see what's going to happen in City of Heavenly Fire. I don't care if he dies. Like I said, I'm not that attached to him that I'd be like, no, Sebastian. But I think Cassandra Clare has always done a really, really good job of writing him, even when he comes back and you're like, didn't we just kill you? Get out of here. So I'm really excited to see how this final battle is going to go down, if he dies or if he doesn't die. And we know from the teasers that we've been getting online that he gets a little kissy-kissy action in City of Heavenly Fire. So all I have to say to that is, Clary, run. Just run fast. Coming in at number 4 is the Weasley twins from the Harry Potter series. If you haven't read all of the Harry Potter series, you don't know how heartbreaking this relationship is at all, but yeah, it's sad. They have always been kind of the humorous, kind of comic, lightweight, and I just love all their parts. You could obviously pick any of the Weasley kids as favorite siblings. I thought about picking Ginny for a little while. I ended up going with Fred and George just because they always make me laugh. The movie has always done a really good job of staying true to their characters, and I just felt like for Sebastian, I needed a little comic relief. Proof to you guys that I don't like all the monstrous siblings, even though Sebastian's really like the only monstrous sibling out there. So I decided to pick Fred and George Weasley because they always bring a smile to my face, except for in the last book. Oh, the pain, the pain. My third favorite sibling is going to be Prim from the Hunger Games series. I didn't really like her in the first book. She just was like, she didn't really have that big a part, so there wasn't really much to hate or like. But then in the second book, she came so much into herself, and we got to see really what she was going to be able to do, and kind of made Katniss's sacrifice in this book all the more important because we saw what great stuff Prim was starting to do with her life. She was going to be a medic, that really compassionate, caring personality that was really going to carry her far in life. And if you haven't read Mockingjay, don't watch this part because I can't address Prim's character without mentioning what happens in Mockingjay. So if you haven't read Mockingjay, just skip till you see me hold up the next book. Alright, Mockingjay. Prim's death hit me so hard. It's gonna be so hard to watch it on the screen when the movie comes out because I really have grown attached to Willow Shield. I think she doesn't have that big a part in the movies, but she really embodies Prim's character. She's like that innocent little caring girl, and seeing her get blown up is just gonna make me bawl my eyes out. I was so irritated in Mockingjay when she died because I was like, that just made the entire series pointless. This series started because Katniss was trying to protect her sister, and then what ends up happening after all this, after Katniss is like reluctantly like, okay, I'll lead the revolution, she does everything everyone wants her to, and how does she get paid? Her sister gets blown up, allegedly by the revolutionary leader, President Coin. And I was very irritated with Mockingjay for many reasons, and Prim's death was one of the biggest. I felt like, especially what we had got in the beginning of Mockingjay, all out throughout Catching Fire, Suzanne Collins was building her up to be this amazing character who could have done so much with her life, and I know that that probably makes her death more poignant, that we're like, oh my gosh, this girl who could have done so much, like, is dead, but it just irritated me, and I felt like it was pointless, and it was kind of one of those things that was just there to make you angry, and it just made me hate the book even more, because I love Prim's character. I chose her as number 3 because she's really Katniss's reason for doing all this, and that's kind of, again, where she's like, they want her to be the revolutionary, and she's like, I didn't do this to start a revolution, I just wanted to protect my little sister. I think their bond is so strong and so just, there's really nothing can break it, and seeing what happened in Mockingjay was just, it makes me cry just thinking about it. I'm not emotionally ready to see it on screen, and I don't think I ever will be. Alright, we're down to my final 2 picks. Number 2 is going to be Liv, last name unknown, from the Under the Never Sky series. We were introduced first to Liv in Under the Never Sky. We heard about her, but we never really saw her. And then in Through the Evernight, we got to meet her, at least for a short time. Wink, wink. I really love Liv's character. If you have not read the Under the Never Sky series, or if you haven't read Through the Evernight, I'm telling you right now, I'm sorry, but I don't want to spoil you all, so go ahead to the next book. I know I just had you skip Mockingjay if you hadn't read that one, so I'm sorry to send you away again. I really don't want this book ruined for you, so if you haven't read it, just go on and skip ahead. Thank you very much. Alright, so the whole thing was, in Through the Evernight, Liv dies, and I was just in super, super denial. The whole fandom was. We were like, okay, when we got into the Stillbook, we're like, Liv's gonna be alive. She's gonna come back. She's gonna be like, hey guys, I'm here. That didn't happen, and it absolutely crushed me, because the entire book I was like, she's gonna come back, and she never came back. You really don't love Liv's character, or you don't get why everyone is kind of just so obsessed with her and thinks she's great. You need to read the ebook Roar and Live, because you will absolutely fall in love with Liv, even though it'll make everything that happens in this book when she dies and gets the arrow shot through her heart and Roar sees it, it will make it all the more heartbreaking. But I just really love Liv. She's like the girl version of Perry. Her relationship with Roar is the most adorable thing ever, but also the most heartbreaking thing ever because of what happens, and it makes me sad just talking about it and thinking about it. Liv is just, she's amazing. She's such a badass, and I really, really wish we had gotten to spend more time with her, because like I said, this is really the only book that she's actually in. She's only talked about the other ones, but she's just, oh, if there's ever a movie for Under the Never Sky, or a TV show, which I really, really hope there is, Liv would absolutely be my favorite character to see, aside from Roar. And her and Roar, all their scenes would just be, oh, perfection. So, rest in peace, Liv. Thank you so much. You are definitely one of my top favorite siblings. Alright, it's time for my number 1 pick. Can I get a drum roll, please? Thank you. And now, my number 1, I should warn you, I know this is kind of cheating because siblings did not come from a book, and I know this is supposed to be literary siblings, but immediately when I heard this topic, they popped into my head, and I was like, just no way I can do top 5 siblings without including them on the list, and they deserve the number 1 spot because they are totally, totally my favorite siblings. I am talking about, of course, Princess Anna and Queen Elsa from Frozen. Yes, I'm going there. They are just absolutely perfection. Frozen I love for many, many reasons, but one of the things that I've always loved the most about it is the bond between Elsa and Anna, and how they don't need the prince to rescue them. They have each other, they rescue each other. Everything about their relationship is just so genuine and so just like, I want that relationship in real life. When they're at the ball and they're joking about how it smells like chocolate, or how Elsa's like, I don't dance but my sister does to the Duke of Weselton. It just makes me laugh and smile, and I love Frozen so much that I knew instantly when I had to come up with a number 1 sibling, Elsa and Anna were going to be my top pick, because I love them so much individually, and I love their relationship together even more. And if you're one of the few people who has still somehow managed to not see Frozen, definitely go check it out. You'll love it. There's no other option, literally. You have to love Frozen. It's one of my favorite movies. I have the DVD, and I actually have my own Elsa doll, woo! I had an Anna one I could hold them up and be like, this is my favorite siblings. But alright, so those are gonna be top 5 siblings. I babbled so much in this video, I apologize. I'm working on trying to map out my videos so I don't scatter around as much, but we'll see how that goes. As with any week, feel free to leave your own picks down below in the comments and tell me what you thought of my picks. I know Frozen is technically not a literary book, but I needed to count them as my favorite siblings because they really are my favorite siblings, and anyone else at number 1 would just be a lie. Thank you all for watching. I'm Miranda. I'll see you next time. Bye! Mwah!